Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So today we will be playing the war, not in the east, not in the Pacific, but in the west here today. I mean, you could probably describe this as war in Germany's backyard, or war in Germany. And it's pretty fun like that. How you doing that, bad? Good to have you, my friends. Good to be back once again. I hope you guys are excited. And do let me know if the audio is too loud or not. I can obviously edit that if we need to. So let's get some of these sets up over here. I like to start... I guess medium's okay. Okay. Combat resolution delay. Just going to alter some settings here if we need to before we get started. Okay. Oh, that's good, man. That's good. I tell you what, this morning when I actually turned the PC on and I actually got everything set up, I'm like, alright, okay, we'll get stuff started. And then I started playing a little bit of music on Spotify. I'm like, I can't hear anything. It's like my headset died this morning. I'm like, oh, thank God it's actually working. I was just about to be setting off to actually go get a new headset, but it's working today. Maybe in the future I might have to get a new one. It seems like it's a looming thing now. Indeed, the Japanese invasion will be quite good. What I'm going to do here then is... the difficult part is, because we're obviously playing against AI today, I'm going to be playing as obviously the underdog, which is the Wehrmacht, the Germans here in this case. I'm going to have that East front control on, because that's fun. It's been a little while since I played one West, but it's good practice for one the East too when that does come out. Hey, doing that, Lanza? Good to have you, my friend. What I'm going to do then is actually give the Allied forces some extra administration. Ideally that helps them out. We'll go with normal then, try and get things working out. Hey, doing that, Van Bishop? Good to have you, my friend. So, how do I get rid of that? There's a couple scenarios which are pretty fun. I think what I'm going to look for, though, is one... I'd say possibly... Right, let's see. 30th of May, 11th of May. 45 campaign. I'm looking for something really in, 44, really. BLeAcHACiD pursuit, only 11... See, this is it. I'd like a full campaign here, but I'd like it a little... Okay, let's see. 12 turns here, okay. Point blank directive. Right, this looks to be one of the yes scenarios. Yep, that's an arrow link. We might have to take it. The Bolt to the right is the backup, just in case. Normal attacks, let's see. Operation Dragoon, okay. I might have to go then for the D-Day start then. It's a difficult one really because obviously we've got to kind of respond to things, but we don't really want to shut everything down. I want to kind of allow the allies in, but then again that's assuming we can even do that. How you doing there, Connor, bro? Good to have you. Do we know if this will be going on YouTube afterwards? I'm watching my kids, so I'm probably going to miss bits. Well, what I'm doing here is I'm recording it on my own side over here, so I'll upload it to my own channel then. So there you go. You've got a guarantee that it'll be up there. So that's good. Hope you have some fun there. I know. Let's see. See, the Force Supreme Command could be interesting to actually play against the Germans. See, this is very interesting now because on 13th of March, 43, Hitler's killed by a bomb planted on his Condor aircraft. In the ensuing chaos, the Wehrmacht seizes power and Germany declares the Supreme Command. So the Axis actually get access to some additional stuff, which is interesting. Hey, Demand Jungle, it's good to have you, my friend. But I think we're going to ignore that for the time being. I think what we might have to do then is go for the... I mean, we do have the 45 campaign, actually. Okay. Yes, the Axis player can choose to launch the Battle of the Bulge or conserve forces for a longer defense. The Allied player should seek to defeat the Germans and capture Berlin before the Soviets. I think we might go for the 45 campaign then, actually. That does sound rather fun. I think we might go for that. There we go. Yeah, it'll be fun. Right. So we'll go with that then. Okay. So, one of the West does of course differ to one of the East, as it does have a much more fleshed out logistical system and air system. It's been a little while, but we'll take a look into it. It's always good to actually go ahead and go through things slowly, just to learn how to actually do these things. We do have the actual directors over here, so I can actually have it set by the AI if I so wish to do so. If I was to take a look at the summary over here, but so we could see obviously the actual commanders here. Okay, we see the missions, so reconnaissance, ground support, reconnaissance, reconnaissance, so a lot of reconnoitering going on there. We can see their targets. So, it did say about... Oh, I'm also using a couple mods over here, actually. I'm using a mod to actually improve the look of the actual game map, which I do like. I do like the counter mod as well. I kind of like it. I don't know. I think I like that sort of, like, more personal touch. Like, the NATO is always awesome. The actual counters are always really awesome. But, I kind of like this. It's kind of like in between. Okay. Gives you more of a personal touch, but something akin to like the NATO, so it's not too far off really. And the headquarters remain pretty visible as well, so that's not too bad. Right, okay. Ah, that's cool there, Vulcan. Good to have you, by the way. Let's see here. Is it Shift Z? Yeah, Shift Z is already on there. That's good. Okay, so it's December 16th, so it looks as if, as it says, it's just before the Battle of the Bulge, then, essentially. Can't recall the actual date of the Battle of the Bulge. I know it was it around about this point? Somebody will tell me about that. Okay, Mounted Division. Obviously, we're going to have to take a look through things just to make sure. And we demand the Battle of the Bulge. Okay, let's see what we have in terms of reinforcements then. So I have a Panzer Corps, Volksgrenadier, Light Flak. Right, we do have a 509th Panzer Battalion there going to the eastern front. You can see there's Tiger 2s there. It's pretty interesting actually. I can remember watching a video a little while ago. It was talking about like King Tigers actually, just in general. And they didn't particularly have a great time. Can you turn the map mode which shows enemy size a different colour? Yeah, sure. I'll do that right now actually. I like in this game, it's a hell of a lot clearer in this game actually. Like it's like a I don't know how to say, it's like a more solid red. I don't know. I think it just looks I don't know, actually. I feel like you actually get a closer zoom. I feel like the zoom level is... They're probably the same. But I just feel like there's a higher resolution in one of the West as opposed to one of the East when it comes to actually, like, the map. In fairness, I'm using a map mod. But what I mean is, it's like, I feel like I'm closer to the counters. Maybe that's, like, an actual option there. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And in fairness, I'm using a map 3.8 counter mod as well. So, I'm talking apparently out my arse at the moment. We'll see then. Okay. Let's take a look then. So if I recall, yeah, it shows us our logistics over here. So of course we do have logistical points. I mean, right now there's not exactly any weight on the rail lines. Let's see. Right, capacity there. And we do have a city of Cologne over here, so we obviously have quite the logistical point there. The thing to bear in mind, what we need to do then is go ahead and turn these off here. I didn't actually anticipate doing the Battle of the Bulge, but hey, apparently we're going to go for that. I have been requested, so hey, why not? So it's a lot of fun, isn't it? So if we take a look over here then, so we can see that obviously these depots are going to be requested more. I mean, this is what I'm looking very much forward to, is like being able to use the One of the West system, but use it in one of these two. That's going to be really awesome, especially when it comes to like production. Speaking of production, actually, just out of my own interest, let's go ahead and take a look at some of this production over here. So let's take a look at Germany. Let's see. Production filter on. Okay. Königsdieger. Königsdieger. Okay. That's awesome. Flame heads, I love that. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not so much actually interested in the ground. Oh, that's awesome. As such. Yeah, that's very cool. I remember seeing them in, oh my god, what was it, Men of War? Was it a regional Men of War? I think there was like a mission where you're playing as the Russians and you actually could find these guys if you could actually use them. That was a cool mission. I'm not so much actually interested in the ground forces as opposed to like the actual air. Let's see, so we do have some... I think I'm using another mod as well. I've had the game modded for a long while, but apparently I'm using them. But there's a very nice little... that looks very much like a postcard. I like that. I wouldn't say no to that being sent to me there, including the aircraft. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers then. So we do have a decent number in the actual pool here then. So 166 of the BF-109Gs. Focke-Wulf 109... 190D9. 63 there, okay. Is that the extended range variant? I can't recall actually. 175. Okay. Plenty of the Focke-Wulf 190A8. Okay, that's not too bad. We do have the HS129. Oh, so 219. Is this a night? It is a night fighter. Okay, that's fine. Let's take a look at what we actually have here in terms of actual pulls to decide really what we're going to do. Oh, so we do have the Arado. Ah, looking amazing there. Yes, we do have the Arado 234. Our jet propelled bomber. Yeah, it's such a crazy difference here between this and One Pacific in terms of what you have available. It's pretty awesome. Okay. That's not too bad then. Yeah, 90.5. Right. Well, logistics is going to come next. We still have to do the actual air planning. But I wanted to get an idea of what's going on here. I really wanted to see what we have and what we don't have. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check on the airfields then. Whereabouts is the enemy strength then? Let's see. Transfer. Okay, so the air transfer mode here actually does allow us to see. Of course, we do have some reconnaissance out here. We do have some detection level on these airfields over here. So we do get a sense of what the actual allies do have. What we have, my friend. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying. Right. Okay. So it looks like red is the. Is the bombers, perhaps? Yeah, looks like red's bombers then. So green's fighters. Okay, getting back into this then. Okay. So of course, there's. I mean, this is the amazing thing. It's just England is effectively land and strip one here. There's not much you can do about that. Our air strength is. It's not insignificant, but it is. Yeah, it's obviously overshadowed. I'm not too against actually having the directives here. Let's see, what have they got? How do I show directives again? Let's see. There's a map mode. Been a little while, do forgive me. Another doctrines. When I might take a look at the doctrines, actually. Didn't mean to click it again. Air directive summary there. Okay. Right, there's a way to bring it up. Let's go ahead and find that. Let's see. Airborne planning. Oh, there we go. Show air directive targets. So that's Shift and Y. No, it's in there somewhere. Okay, Shift Y. There we go. How can I... Let's go ahead and change that out. There we go. So we get our lovely colours here. Okay, so, I mean, the question comes down to... Well, we have reconnaissance going on over here, then. Right, okay. Let me go ahead and actually Google when the Battle of the Bulge was, actually, because I need to just recall that. I know it was about this time, but it's such a bugger because I can't remember exactly when it was now. Let's see. Okay, so it took place December 16th. Yeah, I thought it was about this time now. I think it's around about this time, but I can't remember exactly when it starts. Turns out it starts today, then, essentially. So we have a few choices here, then. I think if you guys do want to see a Battle of the Bulge, then I guess I'll have to give you that. So right now we do have a reconnaissance over here. It looks as if the actual air power is majority ground support. Yeah, okay. Altitude 9,000 feet, 30, 11, 30, 30. Right. Weather's excellent, good. Okay. What is the actual weather right now? It's obviously snowing. Let's see. Yeah, so obviously we've got the snow here, as one would imagine. It's only a light dust and a snow on the ground. The air is actually... it looks like it's cold where it's clear. Just cold. That's fine. Can work with that. Okay. We actually do have access to the good road systems over here, which is nice. That works very much for us. You can see that Russia, yeah, not so much. It's not exactly what you like there. Okay. So, what we're going to be looking at next week, then? Okay. It looks like clear again there. Yeah, but it looks essentially, as far as I can tell, it looks clear there. There could be potentially snowfall. It looks more clear though. Okay, so we have that there then. Yeah, snowfall's not too surprising. Okay, so we have them sent to ground support then. So we have them supporting, let's see. Bring the units back up. So we have them supporting Army Group B, which is not too surprising then. And let's see. Show subordinates. Okay, so take a look at Wolgar over here on the Army Group B. Yeah, so they're essentially supporting German forces here in the west. Right, that's fair enough. So we have 603,000 men, 9,000 artillery pieces, 2,655 AFVs. Not a huge amount there, really. But that's fine. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we actually have on the front then. I'm going to go ahead and, what was it? Shift and Y? Is it Shift and Y? There we go, Shift and Y, okay. Right, let's see. We need to actually plan this out then. So what we're going to start by doing then is actually figuring out the actual weaknesses in these, well, in the actual allied line here. Didn't actually anticipate doing a Battle of the Bulge, so we need to get ready here then, don't we? We've got a good 2 hours. Well, an hour and 45 minutes here, so we're still looking pretty good. I did that Maverick. Yeah, what happened to the counters? I'm using the mod here. It's one of those things, like, it's to some people's taste, not to others, but I kind of like it. I don't know. I just like that sort of style. Obviously, you can change it up, but I don't know. It's probably outdated by now, so there could be a update there. Right, okay. So we do have here then the Lightwood, so let's go ahead. I need to see what the enemy has here. Right, okay. So we do see a regiment there of a US division. Let me double check that. I've got a couple books with me here as well, actually. I've got 2 Osprey books with me, but if I get a chance to, I might read a little bit from, so you guys... If we find something that's actually applicable, I could read a little bit and keep you guys interested. Alright, so we do have a regiment there, okay. Looks like 2 regiments over here. So we have the 28th Division here. Behind them we do, of course, have an armoured unit. I think it's combat commands. Let's go ahead and double check. Let's see. Yeah, so brigade / combat command. So it would be a US armoured combat command, okay. That could be potentially CCA, CCB, or potentially CCR. Let's see. Right, so you see 2 combat commands over here to the north. We do see here 2 combat commands, so that could be... so that's for the 7th and the 9th. We have 7th and 7th over here, okay. So CCA, CCB, CCR over here. It might be potentially CCA or the 9th there. Right. 2 US regiments, a cavalry group there. Though I'm not entirely sure if the cavalry group is in a headquarters or not. We do see a division here in a cavalry group. Yeah, onwards to Paris. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so essentially let's go ahead and bring the lines up here. Let's go ahead and pick a colour. Good to have you, by the way, now, Alexander. Let's see what we can be like Alexander and conquer. So, ooh. What's that funky line? So that's out of, that's out of reach. That ain't bad. We can manage that. 13 there is manageable. 24 is not too bad. Unmanageable. Not worthwhile. Right, okay. So breakthrough has got to be in this sort of area here. The issue with that is it doesn't leave as much in the way of wiggle room. And I don't particularly like... let's go ahead and take a look at this. Hey, didn't that be good to have you? Yeah, Pirates by Christmas. So we do have a light woods here. We do have the rough terrain over here. Hate the rough. Really hate the rough. But if we go ahead and take a look at this then. We do have a town over here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. There's nothing of value there. We do have Luxembourg. How are we going to pronounce it? Down here to the south. Issue is it is out of my way. It is actually held... Well, it's got a headquarters there, however. Let's see. So we have light woods here. Okay. And then, of course, the city. So if we take a look at this then. So we do have here the light woods. The light woods seems to be about the best we're going to get there. What's the 35 over here then? Light woods, okay. And what do we have to work with? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not too surprising there. So So we have 560th Volskanadier, 26th Volskanadier. Okay, it should be at the Dinant, probably the 23rd. Okay. They take Liege, Brussels route instead of Baston. Yeah, I usually take a different way around here. Actually, let's see. I think Liege is actually the one that can be achieved, to be honest. If I'm trying to remember where. Oh, right, yes, obviously we do have our forces over here to the north, and don't we? See. This is difficulty that we do have the US armored here behind the front lines. Doesn't make it very easy for us. I mean, they can be potentially defeated. We do have Hushimjäger, Volksgrenadier. We do have the SS Panzer. We do have the actual Volksartillery brigades of the Huge Square now, so we actually do have some guns there to actually support us. So that's something we can work with. Malmedy. I mean, we will have the air phase. It might be worthwhile to just see how things go with the air phase. I think I might just allow it to go ahead and just do as it pleases as it comes to it. I think the AI is going to be probably back qualified in this situation. So let's see here then. So we have ground support selected as heavy, air superiority as medium. Suicide attacks will remain in Luftwaffe elements and very low altitude on US armor. Yeah, I can take a look at that. So airfield attacks there. Question is it worth it? I don't think it is. I think what we're going to do then is just go for air support, air superiority if we can manage it. Mediterranean can do its own thing, really. What's the division in Cologne? We'll take a look at that in a second. So let's see. Ground support, heavy, okay. We'll go with that. Right, okay. I'm going to leave them as they are, actually. Right, so that's been changed then. So we do have ground attack, ground support, superiority. Right, okay, let's see. Have the AI do that. Right, so we have 380 aircraft over here. Yeah, so we can see these are the ones that have actually been assigned here then. So we have majority of Ocker Wolf. Okay. So it seems like superiority then. Okay, so it looks like the majority of the aircraft are going to the reconnaissance over here then. We also do have not a tremendous amount of escort, but we have it obviously focused in this area here. In Cologne, it is a mountain, is the 6th SS Mountain Division. Or is it Gerbejägers? I don't know how you pronounce that. We do have additional aircraft over here. It is probably worthwhile to actually burn as much as we can manage here to begin with. And the only issue is we don't really have a particularly large amount of airfields in the area. Well, saying that, we do have... Oh, the Nord Division, interesting. So we do have some level 2 airfields. We don't... I wish we did have some more, but though, actually, we do have some over here, so it's not too bad. Who are you set? So you're set to support OB West, which is the command over here. Okay. What I'm going to do then is actually give them that ground support there. So we have fighters here then. So we have BF-109s. Alright. Do I have any in the area here that I can assign? We should do. Okay. So these are available ones then. So we do have here the Arados. I'm going to put the Arados in there, because you know what? That's freaking cool. I swear to God, that is freaking cool. Yunkin 87, wow, yeah. Let's get them in there as well, I guess. Range is something to take into consideration, actually. I should have been looking at that beforehand, but they're set to ground support, so they'll do their thing. Attack bombers. It is going very heavy here, and I think it is worthwhile, to be honest. BF 109s. Okay. 392, 181 escort. It's probably going to cost us, but I think it's worthwhile to actually have as much escort. A reasonable amount of escort, I think, would be sufficient. So I think we'll go for that then. I could commit more to the superiority mission, but I don't think I'm going to need that right now. I can't really enforce it anyway. So I'm probably messing with the AI's well-laid plans. But we'll go ahead and we'll see how that looks. Let's go ahead and check on the east for this second. Right, okay. So I could obviously have units brought to the west if we wanted them to. I don't think it really matters at this point in time. So we have a total combat value of 3,465. We need... how much do we actually need? So we need 4,864 to have a stable front. Right now, it is fluid. It's not critical, but it is fluid, which is not exactly good. The front line 172. Okay. Soviet potential there. Okay. Yeah. Fluid is a very interesting way to put it, really, isn't it? Liege Baston. Sorry, Liege is more of a classic, though, yeah. It is really awesome, though, to see this like this. Okay. There's not a tremendous amount here. I believe the yellow ones are divisions that do need to be rested, to be fair. You can see their total numbers are just awful. Absolutely awful. The Panzer divisions are faring well, as can be expected. We do have heavy Panzer battalions over here. If only we had more Panthers, or even more Panzers, like Panzer IV or the Panther would be nice. Okay. I remember that division. Cool. We'll take a look at this as it goes on, really. We'll leave it as it is for the time being. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and execute the air. I know, right? I said some of them. Not all. Not all. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll execute the air directive here. I do very much like seeing the little red dots. I don't know what it is, but they're just awesome, to be honest. So far, losses aren't too bad. I'm gonna have to speed this up, aren't I? Right, there we go. Is it 0? Do I want 0? We'll go with 0 then. Right, there you go, yeah. That saves a lot of time. Otherwise, we might have been here all day. I mean, ideally that reconnaissance will help out significantly. It definitely is worth your time to actually really take a good close look at the air power, using the air power. I think it's one of those games that I'll probably... Well, I think I will give more time to one of the West as we go forward, really. Because it is worthwhile. And especially as one of the East is upcoming. I don't know when it's going to be released, by the way. But it is going to be using very much similar systems, so it would be worthwhile taking a look into, wouldn't it? Okay. Right, so we've seen operational losses here, mostly from the Allies. Losses on our own end isn't too bad, but then again, we're not flying that much. We are flying here most of the reconnaissance at this moment in time. We're not flying superiority, we're just going to be flying the ground support. You can see that reflected in the fact that obviously we have the sorties here, it's over 1,000 in a second. You can see the Allies over 3,000 there. Yeah, you can see here then. Reconnaissance. Messages here. Yeah, 1 aircraft destroyed by flying training mission. 13 damaged by flying training missions. Stop training. Yeah, imminent. Yeah, I wish. I don't know. I have no idea when it's coming out. Sometime in the future, is all I can say. Okay, so 6 aircraft lost, 35 damaged here. That's still fine by me. Okay, now we can get into things properly. So we do have more reconnaissance here, so you can actually see that's had a very real impact. You can see 9 over here, it's not too bad at all. I mean, to be honest, it could be contemplated pushing here. We do have vertical energy over here. Oh no, that is an actual infantry division there, 416th, okay. 4 offensive value is not exactly great, however. So that's a little bit too tough right now. So we do have possible suggestions then to be going, and I think this is how I beat the scenario the last time, is actually to go up this way towards Liege. Yeah, might very well be we have to do that. This can be beaten here. I think what we do then is we defeat the actual US regiment over here, the infantry regiment, force them back, and then what we do then is actually move our forces into position to attack over here. We are going to be looking towards using the infantry divisions rather than the actual panzer divisions, really. The reason being we need to try and retain as much fighting potential as we can possibly manage. So let's take a look at what we have here on the actual front. So we do have the 560th Volks Grenadier. The 560th is just not, it's not really worthwhile. Fallschirmjäger are really good for us right now. It might very well be that we have a Fallschirmjäger actually employed to actually push them back. That's too tough to actually push back right now. So the issue is I could use the Fallschirmjäger over here, but I'm not going to have the Fallschirmjäger able to be used against this force over here. Though we have Lally Woods here, so that's actually much in our favour. We do have the Volks Artillery Brigade. Okay. Cool that they actually have the embedded 75s, that's really cool. Right. So let's see what we have in the area. We need to figure out what we can actually manage. Panzers down here. We could potentially bring panzers elsewhere, really. That's something to bear in mind. But we'll go with things as they mostly are. We'll obviously make a couple of adjustments. Alright, so do you have the panzers? See, even these panzer divisions aren't exactly in great shape, are they? I mean, 7? That's pitiful. 112 tanks is pitiful. 17th SS Panzer Grenadier. They do have a good number of men, though, in there, which is quite nice. Right. Okay. That's so cool. 21st Panzer Division's in a good shape. And the issue is, of course, that we do have all these forces down here. We do have the Free French forces down here as well, which is something to take into consideration. What I would have to do then is I would be better off to surrender to these positions here. They're just frankly not worthwhile. It's a shame to abandon defences over here, but we do have defences over here of the west wall. We'll come to that though. I think we're going to start over here. Nice, so if you take a look then, so we have level 1 fortification over here. Right. So detection's 5, detection 5, 7 there. Far too little detection there, far too little detection here as well. Okay. Holding them until they are forced off may be useful for no other reason than them being high level forts. Yeah, potentially so. I mean, there is the possibility that we just do not move forward. That's absolutely something to bear in mind here. We don't have to go forward. But I think as people wanted it to happen, I think it's worthwhile doing, really. Just because it's going to be fun like that, frankly. But let's see what we have. Not too badly off over here. I can potentially bring the 212th into that. We do have the artillery here. How much do we have to play with? We have 15 administration points. Okay, that's not too bad. I can kind of do things with that. Right, 150th Panzer Brigade. We do have the actual SS Panzer divisions over here that are actually looking pretty sharp. First SS Panzer is looking pretty sharp there. The issue is we've got to make it here. Got to make it. But I think what we'll do then is obviously use the infantry, and obviously, yeah, we'll have to try for the best. We are going to make liberal use of assets. That's putting it lightly. Very liberal use. Very liberal use. We do have additional infantry over here. We have some Pioneer. Heavy Panzers there. Flak is something. But it's mostly going to come down to like the infantry, really. There's not really tremendous amounts for us to use this there. But it can be handy. It could beef them up somewhat. Try and get them back into their actual state of being. Right. So I do have Third Fallschirmjäger here. Third Fallschirmjäger is actually in a good position to attack here. And I could attack from all 3 positions here. And that probably is for the best. I think what we want to do then is attack this position first and foremost. The reason being that we are able to attack it from multiple positions, and I think that is how we begin there. So if we take a look, Slitherine Lightwoods, they do benefit from having a town there, I think. Is there a town there? Am I just blind? I don't think there's a town there. No, there's no town there, it's just how the map looks. Okay. So we do have that to work with. They have fort level 1. Okay, that's going to be the best position to attack then. It's all coming back now. It's all coming back. Let's see. This is where units like the 560th might come in handy, but do I even bother using the 560th? Is it even worthwhile? Let's go ahead and see what we have over here. I'd like to get as many core headquarters involved in this as possible, really. So I do have a 352nd here, but the issue is I can't get them sent out here. The issue is if I start moving units as well, I don't know if it applies in this game as well, but I only found out the other day as well regarding one of the East that if you move units, so if you move the core headquarters, then even when you actually do go ahead and actually perform a planned attack, you don't actually gain the support elements. I'm like, oh damn, I didn't know that. So I think we'll leave things as they are. I think we're going to kind of have to go for it. I could move in additional units, of course. If the core remains in position, we should be okay. We do have 12 SS Panzer here. Okay. I think what I want to do then is try to empower... It's either going to be the Panzer divisions or it's going to be the actual infantry, such as like the Fallschirmjäger. What we need now, it's not so much... I mean, this is it. It doesn't really matter what happens a week from now if we don't break through the front line. So I think what we could do then is potentially assign additional troops to the Fallschirmjäger or to the Volksgrenadier and try to beef up their strength so when they actually do make the first attack, then they can actually succeed. And if we actually break through then in pretty good fashion, we're actually in a good position there. I don't think we'll be able to rout the US forces over here, but we should be able to send them ideally packing in a good direction. So to assess the situation then, I do have a... so we have the BLeAcHACiD, Panzergrenadier Brigade man. Right. I mean, that's not too bad. That does give us something mechanized here to work with. When I say mechanized, it is not tremendously mechanized. But at least it is something. A couple panzers there to work with is not too bad. But again, this is it. We want to really have them for the breakout, don't we? It's an option. It's an option. I do have the 344th Volksgrenadier. What I could potentially do here, then, is we do have 85th. 85th, oh god, they're so weak. They're so weak. Oh god, they're so weak. Oh, that's awful. Okay. There's not really any sort of, like, silver bullet here. We are going to have to, like, deal with it. Okay. I know it seems like I'm stalling for time, but I'm actually not. Just trying to figure out really how we want to make this. Once we get going, we should be good to go. Alright. I think the best I can manage here then is actually bring in, let's see. What I'm going to do then is move the 560th to this position here. The issue is they have to move around. That's a problem. It's not a tremendous problem, but it allows me to bring the Fallschirmjäger from south. But then again, do I want to bring the Fallschirmjäger from south? No, that's not too bad. Right, let's go ahead and take a look here. Right. I am going to go ahead and actually bring the Führer, BLeAcHACiD, Panzergrenadier Brigade here. Okay, we'll have them involved. Obviously didn't use too much in the way of power there, which is not too bad. Right. Hey, do that, John. Good to have you, my friend. Okay, so do have a cause over here. Oh, that one doesn't matter anyhow. I was hoping we could use it for subsequent breakthroughs, but it doesn't particularly matter. So that's essentially what we're going to get here. Yeah. That's true. Let's take a look at these units then. So we have 26 volts Grenadier there. I'd like to avoid using the Panzer divisions, to be honest. Right, the Fallschirmjäger are actually looking pretty damn good there. I might empower the Panzergrenadier Brigade. The morale's going to matter, so we have 71 morale here. 65, 64. Fallschirmjäger have 66 morale here. 64, 70 morale. Actually, they're doing pretty decent there. Okay. Right, we have the ready here. 15, obviously we have the experience, okay. I mean, I might even have to use the Panzer divisions to ensure we break through, but I'd rather not have to. Oh, that's really cool there, apparently. That's really awesome. Okay. 71 morale then seems like the best way to get. They have relatively low fatigue. What I'm going to do then is I could give them potentially additional... I could give them the Pioneer Battalion. Which I think I will. Okay. I don't necessarily... Well, I don't necessarily their ability, so I think I might give them just that for the time being. What I'm going to do then is, let's see. We can draw on different commands here, so I might as well make use of that. Let's see, what can I give the Fallschirmjäger? So the Fallschirmjäger actually do have... oh yeah, look at that. Ah, I love it. Stone Panzers. Ah. You get to see all the like little unicorns and yeah, just all the little... Oh, it's amazing. Okay, so we do have a heavy Panzerjäger. That's going to come in handy. Alright, we do have the additional infantry. We do have the self-propelled heavy Panzerjäger battalion. I don't think we need more infantry in this. I think more artillery would be the good idea. I'm going to go ahead and give them that self... Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think it is worthwhile. The SS Panzer is going to be gone soon enough. I've got to get the infantry able to actually push through here without their aid, if we can. Let's see, what do we actually have in here then? Right, so Jagdpanther... Oh, Jagdpanthers. Jagdpanther 4. Panzer. Jagdpanzer. Okay. And a couple pioneers is not too bad. I hope GG will make war in Europe. Oh, that'd be awesome. I mean, that'd be really, really cool. Okay. So we've empowered them somewhat more. Let's see. I could give them additional... Oh, Sturmpanzers here too. Okay. I'll give them additional infantry here. Sturmpanzers. Oh, wow. There's not a lot of men of these. Frankly, it's only a battalion after all. But I might as well give it out. Give them 2 extra battalions. A battalion really is just not that much. I mean, it is, but it isn't at this stage. Right, there we go. They've been reinforced by 2 battalions each, at least, so that's not too bad. Right. I mean, they're in pretty good shape. As they have a Sturm artillery there. Okay. Yeah, we have only an infantry battalion here. I might as well give it to you then. Nope, you can't have it. Though I might be able to give you the flak. Heavy flak. Mixed flak. No. Flak will come in handy against the actual armor there as well. We'll see. Right, okay. Your morale 65. I do wonder why your combat value is so low there. I think I might as well give them... Oh no, I can't do it. It seems I can only give you the infantry battalion, so I'll give you the infantry battalion. Doesn't help out tremendously, but it still helps. Okay. So that's going to be kind of the best I'm going to get there. Now, I'm not going to include the artillery in that. So I'm not going to include the panzers in that. And it might be too hard downfall. We do have plenty of guns here on reserve. Let's see. I have your Panzerjäger there. I mean, we do have the potential to actually use the 2nd Panzer. The question comes down to, is it worthwhile? We should be able to break the Allies. I mean, how do you guys feel about it? Do we want to employ the Panzer Division against the regiments there? It's probably not a bad idea, because we probably will have to use the panzers to actually beat back these guys over here as well. It does restrict their mobility. We don't have to go too far, but I suppose it is probably worthwhile to try and savage the allies as much as possible, really. But I'll see what people say. See what people think of it. Pretty open to options here. Okay. Isn't the meta use the first infantry first? Yes, but the issue is because there's a lot of forces over here. I don't know whether it applies to this game as well, regarding the, like, not moving the actual headquarters. The issue is that it's like I can't get the men to the front line due to the fact that they are just stacked. I'd have to move them, and then that wastes up movement, unfortunately. Second Panzer tacked on might be a decent idea. Okay. Let's see what we have then without the panzers. Actually, will that actually make sure they are brought in here? Okay. I think it applies in this game too. Okay, it's good to know. Right. See how we look there. We need as many odds as we can get. Well, we need to stack the odds in our favour as much as we can get. The artillery is set to reserve, but I think I can actually have the artillery included in planned attacks. But let's go ahead and just work out our rough numbers here. So we're looking at 3, 7, 5 there, 4, 7, 5. I'd work it out. I can work it out. It's just I'm lazy here. So that brings us to 47, which is not that much. I think we do want to have a second panzer in here to give us another 16 there. Let's see. Bring the artillery in if I can. If it allows me to, I should bring it in. Any artillery would be nice. So, let's see. Oh, can I not bring the artillery in like that? Not too surprised. Let's try that again, actually. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we are allowed to use the artillery like that. Volks artillery, okay. Ah, yes, it does, actually. So, defensive combat value is about 35.7. That should break them, of course, especially with the additional artillery. But we want to make sure the odds are stacked in our favour as much as we can, really. Normally, I would be fairly tight on things like this, but I want to make sure it happens. So we should have a total combat value of about 69. Ideally, that actually helps out. Ideally, that does it for us. We'll go ahead and we'll launch the attack over here. I'm going to put the message detail quite high, just make sure we actually get some nice information there. So I'm going to go for the first stack. So we have the additional artillery there, so we do have a lot of things going on here. So you can see the air power being involved. That's a lot of allied air power. Yeah, okay. So 114,000 men, 692, 2,185 artillery pieces, 509 AFVs, only 11,442 infantry, 1,066. I mean, this is definitely stacking it in our favour, but I think it's definitely worthwhile doing so. The allies do have a lot of air power, however. I should go a little bit less than a message level. Let's try and find the happy medium. Okay. Yeah, we do have a decent amount of actual air support, which is very nice. Yeah, but I might be wrong. You could be. Okay, we'll take a look at those afterwards. Yeah, air power is good one of those things that's going to get pretty beaten up there. 261 fights, this is just huge. Bring that down a little bit lower. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Let's go ahead and pause the event. So we do win, of course, which is... we knew we could win this, which is a good thing. We probably went over what we needed, but I think it was worthwhile. We actually do have one of the regiments there routed, which is actually quite important having it routed there. The other two are forced to retreat, and they retreat in a direction away from where we need to go, so that's not too bad. Yeah, it's the beginning of the Battle of the Bulge. I was the beginning of the Battle of the Bulge about an hour ago. Yeah. 80 FBs, not too bad there. I mean, it's not too surprising they were forced to fall back. I mean, obviously, that's a lot of troops there. That's a lot of firepower. Okay. So we came out there with 17.9 to 1, which I still think was worthwhile to make sure we got that. Okay. So we do have that. We have our breakthrough here. That's good to see. So the issues, we do have the combat commands. We also do have the infantry brigade there. Sorry, regiment there. Okay. Right, our forces still have mobility, which is good. Very good. Now, this has to be attacked. Right, they have been used. The difficult part is the fact they can't just march in here. They have to march here to south, and that's the problem. It reduces their mobility there, which is not great. I do have 12 SS Panzer here. That could be potentially pushed in. But let's see. I do have armor down here to south. Could that... I mean, it could go there, but it's probably not going to have any capacity to fight there. Sprinkle intrigues. And we can force back the infantry on the flank of that armor in the sense we can smash the armor. Well, this is if we want to try and avoid that, but we should be able to manage it. This can be done. This can certainly be done, and this is where we will attack. Go ahead and attack. Right, let's see. I do have a Field Grenadier, Panzer Grenadier battalion, brigade. So at least we have that we could potentially work with. Now, I could potentially have them moved over here. It would actually up our numbers somewhat. I could have the actual Grenadier move over here, but I think having a little bit more mechanized is not too bad. Let's see. So the issue is our numbers have gone down here somewhat. How you doing there, Mike? Good to have you, my friend. As you can see, the 560th isn't doing particularly well. It might have to be that I use other forces than the Grenadier. The ones I've already attacked, they've already spent a lot of their ammunition and supply there. Both for things that we don't particularly have in great abundance. Now, I mean, if I was to take a look over here then. Attack CV is 14.9. Not amazing odds there. I think I do want to use the actual panzers over here. I mean, I could have the actual Grenadier. The issue is the Grenadier might get potentially stuck here. Yeah, nukes. Let's see. If I bring the Grenadier out, it doesn't really tremendously impact the results then. What I'm going to do, though, just to try and swing the results a little bit more in our favour, is let's go ahead and send the Field Grenadier, Panzer Grenadier. I love that name. It's actually great. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we actually do have far more in the way of actual support over here, which is actually pretty awesome there. I could actually do with having these units assigned elsewhere, really. That's pretty cool. That's nice to actually have. So we do have the Sturm Artillery Brigade. We have here engineers, which is good. Machine gun. We have a Hummel Heavy Panzers. We have the Sturm Infantry. Okay. Oh, the morale of the Führer Grenadier, Panzer Grenadier. 76 is actually pretty good. Okay. We might try and beef them up somewhat. I'll assign here the 7th Army Sturm Infantry Battalion, which doesn't add that much in the way of numbers, but it actually adds infantry. The thing here that we're lacking isn't so much the equipment per se, it's more so the numbers and also a lot of fuel. And a lot of other things, and a lot of raw materials, but yeah. We need more men. So get the cloning machine out there. Right, Panjäger. The engineers are viable, but the thing is the engineers do have a real big impact on actually being able to deal with fortifications. That's not too bad, really. That's all we're going to get there, but that's still not too bad. So we've taken a look at the actual Sturm. Okay. What are they using now? Do we have any SCGs? Nope. Panzerfaust. Awesome. Ah. Hey there, Charcoal Cheetah. I see Mr. Gamer's playing games. Yes, I'm playing games. There we go. Yeah, one more zoom level would be nice, but it's not too bad. Okay, so we have that going for us then. I mean, I do have potential access to the artillery over here, so I can make full use of that. Right. Now, if I take a look over here then, if I get the actual Volk's artillery in here. Now, if I do this without these seconds, that's 26.6. With the Panzers, that is 33. I love the fact it tells you that. I think I can do it without the Panzers. We should be able to manage this. We do have the artillery over here from the south as well, which helps us out. We are only attacking 13, so we should be able to manage this. Let's hope. We do have additional artillery committed over here, which is nice. Yeah, we forced them back over here then. Excellent. So 9.5 to 1 there, which is pretty nice. Let's see here. There's a window was built into infantry. Yeah, that's true, that's true. So 297, pretty good there. 24 AFVs lost to the Allies is not too bad there. They had the tank battalions. Field artillery, okay. That's good. They're out of the picture, but that's very nice. They're pretty weakened here as well, which is excellent. So supply. Let's see. Fuel, ammunition, morale. Okay. Hey, doing that morale? Good to have you, my friend. Do you enjoy being up the Americans? No. The Americans actually essentially just... they're like cousins. They're like some sort of cousin. I enjoy French beating up Frenchmen more. Or the Dutch. Okay. Right, so we have this opened up for us now, which is good. So we need to concentrate on this. So what we need to do then is move in a unit over here then, so we can actually assault that from multiple directions. Fallschirmjäger wouldn't be able to manage that, just don't have a movement for it. The Führer Guerilla, Panzer Guerilla could move in there, but then they just don't have that much way in the way of oomph. The Panzers thankfully didn't have to be used. Do these infantry still... they don't have that ability anymore. I could move in Panzers here. I do have a infantry division that could be potentially moved in there, but it's not going to have the ability, to be honest. I do have the 3rd Panzergrenadier. That could be moved over to this position. I think I can manage that. 12 SS Panzer. 42 there. I can make use of that. So that's a strong position there. Issue is they just don't have that much to get there. Hang on a sec, where's that? Okay. So I think I might go ahead and actually use this here. .42. Well, I'm not going to use that actually. I'm going to go for the 3rd Panzergrenadier. Right, so they actually do have some heavy flak attached here. Okay. So do you have self-propelled artillery here that could be assigned? I'm going to save the self-propelled for the actual panzers as much as I can. I could give them more flak, I guess. If it makes that much of a difference, really. It does make a little bit of a difference. That's not too bad. See, we have some issues here with that stacking. Have you moved over there? Oh, it's still going to do that, okay. Oh, it's because it's apparently worse, okay, interesting. Well, what we'll go ahead and do then is I'm going to move the 3rd Panzergrenadier division here. Okay. It's actually nice to have an actual division here. 75 morale is actually really, really quite good. They're not bad at all. Right. Who do you belong to? So you belong to the 15th Army there. Okay. I have this corner over here then. Have the SS Corps over here. They've got 478 guns, yeah, hell yeah. So that is 2nd SS Panzer. Have them reassigned over to that corps. Ideally, we could actually benefit them from its support. That'd be nice. Right. These guys I could have moved back. Let's see. Just one there just isn't enough. Let's see. Yeah, it's not going to be enough there. I wish I did radio. That'd be amazing. That'd be a lot more pay. That'd be nice. Maybe I should send some CVs out. That'd be a lot of fun. Okay. We still have the ability for the Fiora. Oh, yeah. It's pretty interesting, actually. It is pretty interesting. It might be something that we do take a look at. I did have, like, a series of it a long time ago. But the thing is, every time I return to these games, I always feel like I just didn't know as much as I really needed to back then. I always feel like I give them a better and better shake each time, which is nice. Because you remember the lessons learned to a degree. And I think, I don't know, it's strange. It's like I'm not that necessarily older than what I was, but it's just like, you just feel like you understand it to a greater degree. But I think that's based upon actually further background reading, which definitely does help. It really helps put things into context. A bit of a sniffle there. Okay. So we do have the Fiona over here. We have these fellows. I mean, 7's not bad. I can probably manage 7. And that's not too bad. I could actually go ahead and get them in there. And you can see here, 6 is it's about manageable, I guess. I think we could go for that. Punching Jaeger obviously very good there. They do have the ability to actually join in a planned attack, which is actually very nice. So we do have these fellows here. I could send the Voltskona the division, but the issue is, then again, they only have 21 guns. They have 64 AFVs. I mean, they're like highly, well, they've got good morale, they've got fair morale. It's just there's more than twice as many Voltskona here. We also have the artillery there. We also do have a Stugs there, which is nice. Give them a little bit of the flak there, increase the amount of guns they have. I will go ahead and actually commit the 18th Voltskona here. Okay, so that takes us up now. That gives us 15.1, so we are going to need something else here. And let's see, then, if I go ahead and actually pull back these units. Right, 8's doable. Right, you can see, yeah, you can see how much that shifted there. 38.8. That's actually pretty good for us now. It's pretty good. I mean, what I could potentially do then, and I think I will go ahead and actually commit the Fiora Grenadier, Panzer Grenadier brigade down here to the south. The reason being, it just gives me that additional attack from the south there. Or it would if I actually could attack. Okay, big brain move. Big brain move. Not too sure about that. If you're allowed to answer, are you in the one of the East 2 Alpha Beta testing? I do have access to it, I just don't have my key anymore. The reason being I can't find the email where I was actually given a key. It took me a few years to actually get access to a key. I don't know, I think they're probably like fed up with my shit right now. Maybe they'll give me a key one day. The issue is that I haven't actually got a direct contact with the developers. I should try that. I actually started developing memes. Well, let's see. Let me see. Where's my memes? Dear, you guys get me in trouble because I shouldn't be like talking about other off-topic stuff. But then again, you guys, you're human too. One would imagine. Where's my meme? I should have named it. Yeah, we'll have a quick diversion. While we are here, though, you guys should definitely go ahead and check it out on store. I'm sure Slitherine would appreciate if you were to pick it up today. What is it? Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I started developing memes. That was fun. That was a fun time. Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. When did I create that? Let's see. I made that on the 15th of November 2018. So I've been asking for a while. Oh dear. Yeah, I've tried that Evoken. I have tried that. Apparently it just does not work. Just cannot seem to find it. I know, right? I'm anything if not persistent. Okay, we're gonna go for that, Ben. I think we will be able to manage those. I would prefer to have it a little bit more there, but 38.8 is still good odds. Maybe we can manage it. I'm going to give it a go. But then again, I want to get as much in here as I can to make sure we get through. But then again, the artillery is a little bit distant. Let's see. Let's get some artillery in here if I can actually get it. Any artillery would be worthwhile. Yeah, it brings in a lot of support there. Damn it. What do you think moves faster? 2x3 games or 2-2? I like Tortilla, man. I've known Tortilla about God, a little while. A good while, actually. Is that not in range? We don't play games as often as we should do, though. I might not be able to actually make use of it, really. It might be an issue of range. Yeah, these guns kind of contribute. So it looks like we're going in with just that, then. What am I missing here? $38.8, okay. Well, we'll give it a go. Don't have anything else. Nope, stopped. No dice. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, okay, numbers are close though. Okay. What do we have that can still fight here deliberate? So the mechanized. 5.4. Let's see, do they still have that fortification? They do not. Okay, that's good to work with. I could potentially work with some additional panzers. We do have another panzer brigade over here. It might be worthwhile to go ahead and actually... well, then again, if I go with that attack, they can't be moved again, then. So I'm going to move them out of the way. It's not worthwhile them actually getting in my way. Let's see, we'll give it a go. Right, can I bring in the artillery? I can. So that gives us 15, but I'm still not particularly comfortable with those odds there. Yeah, they can't be shifted now. I think we might go ahead and... Well, what I could do then... Has a little bit of wasted movement in fairness. But I'm going to go ahead and actually have a 150th move to the south here. The reason being I can actually have the Panzer Grenadiers over here brought in. We should be able to break through with the Panzer Grenadiers. Obviously I preferred... Well, I would have preferred to not have used the Panzer Grenadier, but hey, we'll go with it. Right, I'm going to have them actually assigned to the 2nd SS Panzer Corps. Yeah, a little bit more would have broke through on that attack. Well, this is it, lessons learned. So I could give them the Panzerjäger, but I'm going to give them some just flak. It doesn't help out tremendously, but if it gives them anything, that's fine. So we do benefit there, 26.7, so we should in theory be able to break it. I'm going to give them the artillery as well to make sure. It will break it, but we'll make sure. So we do have here 390 AFVs, so there's 0. I think we will break here. Oh, wow, okay. Okay. That's not what should be happening. Right. Okay, that complicates matters. They're actually proving a hell of a lot more tenacious than I would imagine here. I think this is where we have to bring a Panzer, essentially. Right, thank God I can actually move them back here. We do have a Panzer division over here to the north. I would prefer to not have used it, so ideally we can actually find out here. Well, now stuck, we can get through. I do have 130 flare. Yeah, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, strip the armor of the north. Obviously, it's not ideal to have to bring additional units like this. Right, there we go. Okay, they should now break. One would imagine. Okay, wow. They were sure tenacious there. I was hoping that we might have actually routed them there, considering they've been attacked multiple times, but they held on. But we do finally take the actual town here. Nowhere near as well as I was hoping it would actually go, to be honest. That's actually kinda... how strong is a little bit, to be honest. Can I launch a hasty here? I'm gonna go ahead and launch a hasty attack so I can actually get an idea of what we're facing here. Okay, it's not that strong, actually. It nearly broke that. Yeah, it's just a combat command. I can't shift these units now. That one I cannot shift right now? Okay. Shift you back. Might still no. Okay. Definitely not the best. Infantry, how we're looking. 10 there is actually pretty good. I could work with 10. 5's good. I could work with 5. Right, 9. I'm gonna go with 9. We'll bring up the 212. What's gonna do? 8 there. So that'd be 8 from both there. Okay. Right, it's only a hasty attack. You could just turn off the, you could turn off that setting, like the R&D. But you can, yeah, you're gonna have to kind of do that thing yourself. I don't think there's like an AI setting. I'm not too sure, actually. Okay. I'm gonna launch a plant attack with the infantry to begin with. Okay. Not exactly a great result, frankly. I'm gonna have to commit something else here. We are getting bogged down, I'm not liking that. As far as it goes for like improvements, it is going to be very much like War in the West. I haven't checked on the actual development forum for some while actually. Yeah, an armor's going to be needed here really. Fortitude, I think we are going to have to commit that armor. Right, let's see. So a hasty type would be 10.5. To that 4.1. Yeah, I know, right? Let's see, 13. Is that really, that's strange. Apparently flak, oh, there we go. What? Oh, right, so I'm looking at... What? I mean, I could attack that unit there, but I want to try and drive him back so we have these units here. I think we'll go ahead and we'll plan to attack this, and then haste attack in front. Ideally that gets us through. They are proven tough. Issues we might very well get stuck here. Oh wow, they're out of... Bloody hell, they're out. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing too well here. You can see, obviously, I've not played this in a while. That's my excuse. Alright. Oh god, that's bad. Just no idea what we need. I just give him anything I can, really. I think we should have hasted that first. I mean, they're so weak here. The issue is I've got caught up in the bloody Armored Company. Sorry, the Combat Command. Yeah, the issue is the bloody combat wave really, really holds you. Ah, so bad. .8 there, 6.2. That's going to be the best I'm going to get there. We'll see. Hopefully we break through. Oh, God. Woohoo! Okay. That was... oh, I totally knew that was going to happen. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. That was lucky. Christ, that was luck there. Okay. Oh, we were almost held up there. Almost held up. There's some tenacious resistance there. Okay. We still have, yes, that's a good idea. We can still go for a haste attack, and I agree that's worthwhile doing. Wow. Yeah, that is harsh. That is a harsh mistress, okay. We are going to have to employ Panzer here. I don't like how much we lose there. Issues I can't attack here, because I bugged myself. Should have really thought about this more. And again, it's been a while since playing one of them, so I'm going to play it down to that. Oh well, we'll have to go through. There's no no way about it, really. 5.1 there. 5.1 to 0.4. They're so bloody tough. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd like to think. I would like to think. We've been wrong before, though. That's the problem. Issue is, if I could get a unit that I could beat them off there, it'd be no problem. Frankly, as much as it pains us, it might be worthwhile just try and hasty attack again, and just as much as we can, try and break them down. We are losing a lot here, but then again, the war is lost if we lose here anyway. Man, I cannot believe how badly we're doing here. So what do we have in front of us? I'm not so sure there. It looks like bad odds. That's obviously Baston there. We have the SS armor. I just need to have the space to actually employ the armor. Issues because I have to go through this. It's terrible for us. If I could buy some room, it'd not be too bad. Yeah, they're just completely shot. They just do not have the logistics to be able to move. I could try a hasty attack there, but I think what I'm going to do is do a planned attack here against the north. Try and make sure we make it there. Actually, I do have a 12th SS Panzer I could use. I'm going to bring 12th SS Panzer here too. The reason being, it gives us that little bit more to work with. Yeah, 20. Hasty would be 10. But we've seen that fail, and I can't afford to fail. So I think I'm going to plan to attack this. Right, okay, that forces them back there, not too surprisingly. It's the lack of fuel. That's what kills them. Okay. Really not gone as well as I would have wanted here, but it's something at the very least. Okay, we captured the depot. Hopefully that helps us. We have that opened up now. It's not a lot, but it's something important there. Okay. Yeah, there's bad there. Okay. I know. To be honest, at the moment, we're struggling to even achieve a breakthrough, so... yeah, it's pretty difficult right now. We'll head towards Liege. Baston's just not worth it. It doesn't really gain me anything, to be honest. At least I can actually employ the SS. But man, look at that. The risk was calculated. Unfortunately, yeah, better maths. That's how it goes. So, we do have another SS Panzer Division. I mean, this is it. It's just the lack of supply. These are very much weakened compared to what they used to be. It is not easy for us to be able to push through this. So I think we will have to commit to the division. I think what we can do then is attack the unit in front of us with the actual headquarters. And go from there, really. I like that meme. Let's see. Do I have the ability? I'm going to go ahead and attack this. It's going to hurt, but I want to try and get an idea of what we're dealing with over here. Oh, fuck's sake. It's an element of armoured. Typical. At least we know what we're dealing with now. Oh, it's actually pretty beaten up, though. So I should be able to deal with that fairly easily. Should. That's a word I keep saying, and that keeps backfiring. Once we get that, though, we might have a very limited breakthrough here, but we'll see. In one of the West and East series, have you control, not to any sort of degree that you do in the one of the Pacific. There's no R&D as such. As far as I can say, I don't think so. But one of the East 2 will feature that production capability, though, which would be quite nice. Oh god, okay. See, this is it. We should have been better off, but oh well. Right, I mean, we could go down south and actually take Luxembourg, but that's not going to do us any good. But frankly, this isn't going to do us any good anyway. We're going to have to go ahead and use the 1st SS Panzer Division. Issue is, you see that combat value, but that combat value isn't the same as when they arrive in their positions. Let's see. 12.3 to 1. Sorry, 12.3 to 5.1. Yeah, flood the field with Panthers, yeah, that'd be nice. If I could flood the actual divisions with fuel, that'd be even better. That would be better. Okay, 12.3. Well, let's hope for the best here then. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, okay, that could have gone bad. Right, we finally break through. We do take Baston here. We're going to start to head to the north then. Definitely nothing like I would have wanted here. Definitely nothing like I would have wanted. There's no real big breakout, but it's something that can work with there. Okay. Yeah, that zone of control is just not in our favour. It might legitimately just be a case of we move in Baston or... Skilled is essentially there against caught up like that. He's want to clear our lawn. Yeah, that heavy woods doesn't help. Light woods there. I might just ignore that if we can. So we need to be over here. That's where we need to be. And this could have gone significantly better if we hadn't got caught up over here, but that was my own fault there. Should have employed more of the panzers and panzer gun ideas from elsewhere to begin with. $13's not bad there. It's best I'm gonna get, frankly. Issue is obviously dealing with overstacked units does not help. Oops. That helps. Okay, what I'm going to do then is move to this position here. Yeah, well that's it, isn't it, really? That defense is just incredible. Hasty should do it. Okay, that routes them. Right, that does give us something to work with. I mean, we could potentially move this way, but that's not exactly much good for me there. But then again, this isn't the actual scenario. This is the campaign. So we can choose when to stop advancing, of course. Oh god. This is so hard. I mean, there's not much we can do here. Like, there's no chance of us getting to number, which is where I was hoping we would be. Try for that rail line. Try for that road. Six there might be worthwhile. 6 there is probably better, to be honest. It's just I can't move these units out of the way, so I can't bring up infantry and etc. 2.8 there is just pathetic. 15. Would have been better leaving them there, really, moving around. Oh well. Just lack of fuel. Lack of fuel kills us. Yeah, see, there's other panzer divisions that we could have brought in here. I mean, this is it's one of those where you really, really have to know plan of action here, first and foremost. If we did this again, obviously we'd learn from the lessons here. But sometimes it's really, it's a hell of a lot of fun having to make do, having to actually try and manage it, try and manage with the defeats. Move the other divisions or do a 2-division hasty. I mean, we could do. I mean, we're not moving much further here, are we, really? So it might just simply have to be like that. Not guaranteed to succeed, but it does, thankfully. But that's nowhere near good enough. I mean, that is honestly awful. That is like the worst I've ever had there. But this shows you just how long it's been, apparently. I mean, okay, fair enough. We have a breakthrough at least. That's at least something to bear in mind there. Is it what we wanted? No. Well, that's it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If we take a look then. Yeah, see, there's a lot of competent voice good ideas over here that could be used. So we have this armor down here. So I think what we might do then is actually attempt this at some point in the future, actually, because that could be fun. What I'm going to do here then, just for the sake of time, because there's not that long left in the actual stream here, is we'll kind of go with things as they are, and then see how we get on in the next turn. Which is going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure the allies will definitely kick our ass. Oh yeah, Italy. I forgot about Italy. Oh, we'll take a look at it next time. So this is where the air power comes to kick our ass. Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, potentially it might have been better to have gone for Luxembourg. I can never really remember the pronunciation. It might have been better to have gone south, because we might have found some of the depots there. That's the issue, though, really. Oh, look at them. Showing off. Actually having aircraft. Actually having supplies. Yeah. There's some nasty forces in the north, really. Look at the sons of bitches. Look at the sons of bitches. Okay. Yeah, those other 3 fortifications do certainly help. For so long, and then they start breaking them down. Allies flexing. Yeah, there we go. Well, they did hold, though. That's good news. The question comes down to, would you want to be that garrison? I mean, would you prefer to be that garrison? But then again, this is it, isn't it? When the battle's over, at least, well, it's not a far walk to captivity, really, isn't it? I can imagine just how screwed you'd feel, though, wouldn't you, knowing, like, the actual front line is it's on the other side of France. Yeah. Oh, not too great for them. I love a little algorithm there, if you could call it that. Attack enemy weak points. It's all weak. Well, that's it. Forgot about the Italians. See how it's confusing with the scenario, but yeah, there's still the Italians to take care of. Yeah, they left me behind. You're in another time zone. That's not good. We might have to return to this one, actually. It could be fun to actually do this like a proper campaign on the actual channel on YouTube. It could be a lot of fun, yeah. Well, I still hold that hex, so at least I can reinforce it, but I've obviously lost the fortified zone, which is less than stellar. Okay, they're attacking to the south. Right. At least they're attacking here and not to the north, to be fair. Looks like they've shifted more men over here, okay. Should have taken the city when I had the chance, actually. But it's not looking too bad. Attacking to the north, okay. It's getting closer and closer, but at least they're not attacking here. I don't know. The issue is, it's like, if I get the logistics, maybe we can move over here to the river. But I don't think I get the opportunity. In fairness, I could pull back from that position, but without really much in any ways or loss. Push back there, okay. Obviously, that's close to Cologne, which is not exactly great. Yeah, there's supply. That's a good idea. Ah, now they go for it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I was hoping to avoid. Well, at least we don't have to use more fuel. Ah, scheiße. Yeah, a lot of manual air. Yeah, no, as you say, they're very good. I've beaten it in the past, but it has been a long time. Have they left that hex open to the north there? Fingers crossed, baby. Yeah, it's definitely not an easy one. Of course, this is a campaign, but we've not... I forgot about Italy. I can't believe I forgot about Italy. Oh dear. I can imagine the Italians are like... what's going on? Yeah, it might be a potential breakthrough option that they have kind of given us. Hopefully so. Yeah, it's not good seeing these zones. You can hold the line, you can hold it fairly well for a fair length of time. It just requires more time, of course. That'd be something that we can just roll on the channel, then, really. And that's probably going to be the way to take it. You just got lost in the mail, sorry, yeah. I mean, we might be able to get away with this by, like, I don't know, crown ourselves a new Bonaparte. And then claiming to fight for the French. Okay. Could have been better. Could have been worse. We'll call it Blurs. Right, here comes the Brits. Yeah, that's not exactly nice and managed there. Oh, there's Italy. There it is. Oh well, we're doing alright. They've actually got a probably better situation than we have. Now, I think the way would be to potentially, I mean, maybe play the campaign. It'd be interesting for them to potentially take the actual SS Panzer divisions, etc., and potentially even have them like sent to these. That could be intriguing. Like maybe see what it would actually require to fulfill the obligations in the east. That'd be intriguing. Okay, yeah, we are getting pushed back now. I did some testing of manual air as allies. I went with heavy airfield bombing at night with Brits out of the air as I watched strat bomb and day strat bombing with US bombers. It greatly reduced my aircraft losses and respect. Yeah, well, this is it, isn't it, exactly? I do need to learn how to play, like, properly play Gregory VanHouten's bomb with the Reich, because that'd be really intriguing to play. Yeah, pain's still not, definitely not over. It ain't over until it's over. Oh yeah, I do need to do a proper downfall thing. I can actually, it takes so long to set it up. I might do that when I get a spare day or something. Sums it up really. It's not a spare hour, it's not a spare minute, it's a spare literal day. Of course it depends, but it's a good solid amount of time there. Okay. Could have been better. Could have been worse. No, I do very much look forward myself to one of these two. It's going to be really nice. I think one of the greater aspects about it is the fact that you might be able to tinker with the production there to some extent. It'd be awesome if modding could improve upon that. I don't know what capacity you can do it. If you can indeed do it all. But it'd be nice to have the clock rolled back. But it'd be, I don't know, it'd be intriguing to see maybe like a war in the West, but a few years behind, like a few years ago, you know what I mean? Like, let's say starting at the actual beginning of the war there. So that was a rough turn there. That was a rough turn. Jesus. Yeah, this is it. I mean, these are difficult positions, but actually, no, it's not too bad. We do have fuel, we do have some ammunition, so it's not too bad. What is the replay detail for air and ground you're using in preferences? Of course, I could actually alter that. Let's see. About there for 5. Sorry, combat resolution close delay. Now, where's the resolution? Sorry. Message level. It's just 1 here at the moment. Yeah, it would have been very interesting to try it a little bit earlier on, actually. Okay. So it's not too bad then. Unfortunately, that has been filled in over here. Whereabouts was it? Yeah. Yeah, it's just enough, really. You can obviously take a look at it if you want to. Okay, this is not too bad, actually. It's not as bad as it was initially feared. If we take a look over here then, there's no fortifications to work with over here, which is not so bad. We actually are in a good position. The allies haven't actually moved as much as actually feared there, really. Yeah. Oh, right, I'm trying to attack them, but actually not even in the right bloody phase there. Doi. Okay. I'll let the AI set their directives then. And go ahead and execute. It's just a shame that we've only got a few minutes left. That's the problem. You know. I can imagine you could actually achieve a decent amount by actually having the air power manually concentrated. Okay, yeah, Italy's a bit of an interesting one. Fortifications aren't as great as could be there. I've never actually taken a look at this scenario, to be honest, beforehand. Not the campaign. Not the campaign, actually. Yeah, it's a good game. It is a good game. It's one of those where you could probably... It would probably be best playing against a human opponent. I think I'll have to try that at some point, really. See, they're set for an airdrop, actually. But it's like, is it even worthwhile? Right, let's see what we have here, then. Yeah, 33 there is looking pretty damn breakable. It's looking pretty good, to be honest. I was actually fairly surprised at how it's turned. There, so it does need additional help. But it could attack that position there, win that. Which I might go ahead and give it a go. Yeah, okay. So they're forced back. They lose a good third of their armor there. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, they've achieved that, which is nice. It does make you wonder what could be actually here. Yeah, just having the actual supply here once again, it's just so incredibly... It's just awesome. It is just, yeah, you actually feel like you can breathe. Some guns here to work with is nice. Nope. There you go. I have a little bit of additional infantry that could be added now. I think I'll shift it up over here. Yeah, it's very different, really, isn't it? It's very different. It's very different to 1v East, really. What feels established, really, is very different here. Okay. 16.5. I'd like to up that more if I can. Yeah, 45 will do it, I'd imagine. Even 20 odd is pretty good. Let's see, that should manage it there. 25, it should manage it. Oh, okay, they get a reserve there, which... Oh, no, we still make it. Wow, I was really surprised there. Okay, so we actually do manage to break through there. I don't know if it's actually a better turn of events here now. Oh, they're not in range. I mean, that actually is not bad. I mean, we might be able to make it to, like, Liege. So say's kind of a move up there. Yeah, fuel's obviously a considerable issue here. That division's just not going nowhere. Yeah, smaller settlement. I mean, like, over here, it could be potentially done. And it's one that we'll have to explore again, really, in the future, to be honest. It's a very interesting scenario, because it's one of those of where you're not really in a great position. You just don't have that much in the way of supplies. You've really got to have these actual attacks go through properly. Really got to get that. Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I think it'd be worthwhile doing it on the channel as well. I think this is what we need to do. Get some different games in there, so it's a fun thing. I think we'll probably restart this. Because we've got our asses handed to us here. Truth be told. Right, okay, so do you have second Panzer here? Issue is just not enough. Not enough. These guys are they're just in a bad position. See, can I move the headquarters here? It is better to get that Panzer unit out of there, because it just doesn't have the supply needed. That's not bad. I mean, if we can move up this road, that is not bad. Issue is the actual SS Panzer divisions are in a terrible position there. If I could make use of the infantry, that would be a hell of a lot better. So they don't have a huge amount of fuel either. .25 is looking good there. Can I get the artillery involved? Unfortunately not, due to range. I'd love the fact that you can actually have the artillery brigades here. Yeah, they're out of fuel there. I mean, that's in a great position there, because it actually has some bloody supplies. Alright. Yeah, they can. Oh, god damn it. Right, that should be enough there. Oh my god, it actually manages it. Holy moly. Okay. I don't want to scare you guys, but I think we won the war. It's an interesting position, actually. I think I'm going to save this, and we might carry on with this at some point in the future, actually. It's pretty interesting, because it's like... It's worked out really quite differently here, and I don't know whether that's actually for the better or for the worse. Because we are able to actually... it depends really on what the supply situation would be like. Interesting, interesting. But unfortunately, my time slot has come to an end here. So I would like to thank you all very much for watching. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It's an interesting one. Very interesting one. We'll go ahead and we'll save it. There we go. Definitely had it handed to us. It's a very difficult one here. But it's interesting to see here really the scale of the campaign. It does make me wonder if there's a slightly different setup actually in terms of like air allotment. But I suppose you could probably do better in this one by having more air power moved in here. But then you've also got more to take into consideration. But there we go, very interesting. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, please do go ahead and subscribe to myself on Twitch at XTRG and YouTube at XTRG. Do go ahead and follow here at the Slitherine group as well for more streams. A lot of awesome streamers here too. Thank you very much to Slitherine. And thank you all to... Yeah, thank you all. That's great. How close did you get to River? We could have got closer. We probably could have got to Liege. We probably could have maybe taken Liege. Maybe taken it. So it was looking pretty, like, actually, I mean, 2 regiments over here is not too bad. These guys over here, not too bad. I probably would have brought the panzers this way. We probably could have managed it. That'd have been interesting. Quite far from... Well, it's not too far, I guess. It is far, but yeah, it's not too bad. Until next time, thank you for watching. I assume I shall see you guys in the future. Sayonara.